Hello, and welcome to Life of a Boss, the podcast, hosted by entrepreneur, public speaker, and mentor, Jason Hardin. This podcast is all about helping audiences create and reach their own definition of success through positive thinking, perseverance, and personal development. Having survived extreme obstacles from an early age, such as cancer, poverty, abuse, family dysfunction, and even homelessness, Jason has learned how to master the art of resilience and defy all odds to become the boss he is today. So, get ready for some serious game and remember to keep an open mind. Now, without further delay, here is your host, Jason Hardin.
Yo. Welcome back to another live recording of Life of a Boss, the podcast. I am your host, Jason Hardin, and I am extremely grateful, happy, thankful, excited, and all that other good stuff to be here. Seriously, man, the year just started, and I don't know about you, but I'm super excited for the year. I'm super excited for what I'm about to do, for what I'm about to accomplish, for what I'm about to see, learn, discover, build, create, and I hope you are too. And to do all those things, to do anything worthwhile or to accomplish anything worthwhile, or even to live a worthwhile life in a productive, happy, successful life, I really think it comes down to one very important concept, and it's this. You have to learn to budget your time better than you budget your money. Write that down. Budget your time better than you budget your money. Because time is way more important than money. Money, I don't care how much you lose, you can get back. But if you lose a second of time, it's gone forever. Gone. Never get it back. Now that's just a second. What if you lose a day? What if you lose a week? What if you waste 5 years of your life? Never get it back. Never get it back. So, moving forward, this year, I hope that all of you, anyone listening to this, plans to do a lot better when it comes to budgeting their time. And I want to make this real simple, real quick, and I want to give you guys 5 helpful hacks to get you to budget your time in the best way possible. And the first hack, tip, lesson, whatever you want to call it, man, is set goals. It's hard to budget your time when you don't have a focus on something. It's hard to know what's important. Because when you budget your time, you have to prioritize. And you can't prioritize if you don't know what's more important than the other. You know what I'm saying? Because creating something on your laptop might be important for somebody whose goal consists of something that has to be created on their laptop. But creating something on your laptop might not be important if you're an Olympic swimmer. You know what I'm saying? So when you set goals, very specific goals, it'll definitely help you way more when it comes to prioritizing who you give your time to or what you give your time to. So that's my first take on this. Budget your time like you budget your money, and the way you do that, first and foremost, is set goals, man. I mean, it's almost like any lesson I give you on this podcast is almost always going to start with setting goals. You have to have goals. If you don't have no goals, it's like you have no destination. And if you don't have no destination, then where are you going? Because you're going nowhere. And if you're going nowhere, you're already there. You see what I'm saying? So you even are less likely to have goals and priorities. And I know so many people who don't have a destination and they move as such. There's no priority or urgency in anything they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they let life get away from them. They wake up and then they just like drift out to sea. Wherever the waves and currents take them is where they're going. They have no direction. They have no motor to say we're pushing in this direction. There's no motor and steering wheel on them. You know what I'm saying? They just have a sail up. It just catches the wind wherever, and they don't even point the sail in the direction they want to go. See, that's what I don't want you to get into. I want you to have a direction. I want you to have a goal, and that's the first thing you have to do if you want to budget your time. Next, create a schedule. I don't know about you, but before I get out of bed every day, it's like I already have an idea of what I want to accomplish for that whole day. And what I want to accomplish that whole day is based on what I'm trying to accomplish that week. And what I'm trying to accomplish that week is based on what I'm trying to accomplish for that month. And that month is part of the whole year that I'm trying to use to put together. You see where I'm going with this? So use these little building blocks of life and success called time to get you there faster and get you there in a way that is best for you. And schedules are so tricky because I know things pop up, things happen, things just don't get done. But when you have a schedule, it's almost like you have a budget. Like, I'm going to do this at 4 o'clock. I'm going to do this at 5. At 6:30, I got to be here. You know, I know some people that it's almost like they bill their time. Like it's almost like you gotta have an appointment. Some people make appointments for everything they do. Oh, I gotta visit my mom. That's an appointment. If I gotta meet with my brother, he has to make an appointment. You know what I'm saying? People they should have to make an appointment with you, whether it be a formal or informal thing. Some people should have to make an appointment. You should not have so much free time where anybody can get in at any time. Anybody can always see you. Anybody can always reach you. Anybody can always access you. That's not budgeting your time. That ain't boss shit. That's not a boss move. That's not moving like a boss. So keep a schedule. Keep a schedule and put everything on that schedule. And that leads me to my next hack is, when you're keeping a schedule, also use a planner. Use a calendar. There's so many great tips and great tools and services and apps and things you can use to help you plan and schedule and budget your time. I'm gonna give you one right now. The best free schedule on planet Earth right now. That's complete, cohesive. You can reach it anywhere there's internet or anywhere you have your phone, and that's Google Calendar. I love Google Calendar. And I don't even use Google Calendar as much as I should with all the features they have. I mean, they have reminders. They can remind you an hour before something. They can remind you a day before something and still remind you an hour before it happens. Google Calendar's it. It's free, and it's wherever you have a cell phone. It's wherever there's an internet. So there's always a way to get to your schedule, and you can print it out. Try Google Calendar, I'm telling you, man, because when you start putting things down, it's good to schedule things. Okay, today I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this. But when I start writing them down somewhere, it becomes real. I always say that the moment you write something down, put it on paper, whatever you do, it becomes real. It becomes real. That's the beginning of it being real. That's the beginning of it transforming from an idea to reality. When you're thinking about it, it's an idea. Oh, I might do this, I might do that, because that's all what it is. I might. When you put it down now, it's like, I'm more likely to. As soon as you write something down, you're more likely to. So write it down, man. Somewhere. I don't care if you got a planner, like a hardcover or a soft cover binder that you keep stuff in. You know what I'm saying? An old school planner that people have in their briefcase. Whatever you have to do. Or if you have a calendar, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Like a physical, real calendar, that's great too. Just write it down somewhere, and it'll help you budget your time. Number 4, I'm on number 4 now. So first is set goals. Second is create a schedule. Third is use a planner, meaning write down your schedule. And number 4 is you got to learn to say no. You got to learn to say no. And I'm making this quick. I'm running through it because I'm trying to budget my time. And I have to do this episode, and I don't want to make it long, and I don't want to make it long for you guys because I can rant and I can get long-winded and I can go all off base and into another lesson that I wasn't even trying to cover today. But like I said, you have to plan, you have to schedule, you have to budget your time. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm speeding through this. But learn to say no. That's number 4. Learn to say no. It's hard to keep to a schedule when you keep saying yes to everything. Now, I get it. You know, when I was starting out, I can't even say I'm starting out no more. Certain things I am, but in life, I can't say I am. But when I was starting out in art and graphic design and things like that, I said yes to everything, man. When somebody said I need a logo, or somebody said I need you to show up here to take some pictures, man. I need you to do an event, man. I want you on this red carpet, man. I need you to come. Man, I would say yes to everything because that's how I would find opportunities. That's how I would create opportunities. That's how I would, get things moving and bubbling and make things happen by showing up and always showing up. Always. When I said always, I mean always. I was always there. Even without a car, I'd show up. I'd take a bus to your event. I would take the light rail, the bus, the bike share, whatever, and still lift a couple miles just to get to where I had to go, just to be there, just to make something happen. Not for money, not for credit, not for favors in return, just to make stuff happen. So I know all about the value of saying yes. But as you start to build and grow and get things happening and getting things together and start making moves, and you might get to a point where you got to start deciding what you're going to say yes to, because now things are already going. Things already require your time. Things need your energy. When you didn't have nothing on your plate, man, it's easy to go to the smorgasbord or the buffet and just load it up. But when your plate is full now, ain't no room for just anything. But if somebody got a lobster there, man, I'll put a lobster on top of anything. You know what I'm saying? There's some things you can make room for no matter what. But there's some things you're just going to have to say no to no matter what. Because you got enough on your plate. Because you're budgeting your time. You can't stretch yourself too thin. You're only one person. Now, you can delegate. And that's a whole nother lesson. You can have somebody else do some things. You can put people in position to take care of some business for you or to stand in for you. But 10 times out of 9, you're going to have to be there yourself for what's really important, for what you really need to do. When your daughter wants you at her recital, you can't send your homeboy, you can't send your assistant, you can't send your girl. You got to show up. So you got to say no to some things. You got to say no to some things. And number 5, take breaks. Don't overwork yourself. Don't overexert yourself. Work hard, grind hard and all that, but you have to take breaks. It's a self-care thing. It's a mental health thing. It's a re-energizing thing. It's a grounding thing. You have to take breaks sometimes. None of us are Superman. My mom used to always tell me that, man, you're not Superman. And how many of us had that Superman syndrome? Me, I used to think I had to do everything myself if I wanted it done right. Like, I had to do the editing. I had to do the artwork. I had to be there. I had to make the sales call. I had to show up at the appointments. I had to book the appointment. I had to do everything. So I thought. Man, when I discovered that I didn't have to do everything and things can still be what I want it to be, I was happy. There's a golden rule in business. They say if somebody can do something 80% as good as you can, let them do it. Let them do it. Now, there's some things you should never give the reins to. There's some things that you should never let be delegated to someone else. But for the most part, if it can be done by anybody and somebody else can do it as 80% as well as you can, let them do it. Let them do it. So take breaks, man. I'm a review. Set goals. Make a schedule. Have a planner. Learn to say no and take breaks. And if you do that, man, you'll be excellent at budgeting your time. And when I say budget your time, I mean, you don't want to leave nothing on the table when you leave this earth. You don't want to look back and say, damn, I wasted my 20s, I wasted my 30s, I wasted my 40s, I wasted my... You know what I'm saying? Because it can start anytime you're ready to start. Success starts whenever you're ready. If you ain't successful yet, that's because you ain't ready yet. You haven't started yet. You ain't even tried to be successful yet. It's there for whenever you want it. But you have to actually get up and go get it. Success doesn't come like Uber Eats. There's no app on your phone that says, I want success here at 3 o'clock. You know, it's not going to happen that way. You have to make it happen. And budgeting your time is the best way to make it happen. Filling your time with nothing but things that need to be done. Things that bring you peace, things that bring you joy, things that bring you resources, things that bring you money, things that bring you opportunities, things that bring you options, things that bring you choices. That's what you want. Not binge watching on Netflix and you broke. If you got Netflix and you broke, cut that shit off. But most likely, if you got Netflix and you broke, you got somebody else's password and login information, rip that shit up. Delete it off your computer. You don't need that shit no more. If you broke, you shouldn't have a sports team. You should not be following a team if you broke. You should know the stat to not near motherfucker if you broke. You need to know your stats. You need to be focused on you. And budgeting your time is being focused on you. Always worried about, or not even say worried, that's a bad word. Always thinking about what you need to be doing. How many of y'all always worried about what the fuck somebody else need to be doing? I used to be that way. Man, they need to be. Man, she need to be. Man, I used to say that all the time. Now it's like, damn, I need to be doing this. I should be doing this. It's never about nobody else. I don't care how much I love that person, how much I'm with that person, how much I care about that person. It's always what the fuck I need to be doing right now. That's all that fucking matters. Even if I'm doing it for somebody else, even if I'm trying to help somebody else, even if I'm trying to be a better husband to my wife, even if I'm trying to be a better son to my mom, even if I'm trying to be a better friend to my friend, like, it's still about me. What the fuck do I need to be doing to build me up so I can do more, be more, have more for myself and those I care about? All right? Anyway, man, I'm making this real short. That's my lesson for today, man. Budget your time, man, because if you're coming into 2023 with no schedule, no plan, then you ain't got no hope to succeed. All right? I love y'all, man, and I hope you learn that it's important. Whatever you do, whatever you think, whatever you say, everything matters, man. So stop going through life thinking shit don't matter. Oh, I got till tomorrow. I'll get to it. Man, that don't matter. It don't matter if I go. It matters. Everything matters. All right? Anyway, man, I hope I gave you something that you can use. And remember that success is a lifestyle. Peace. I love y'all.
Did anything stand out to you in today's show? If so, let us know. Your questions, comments, and concerns are important to Jason, as he is determined to always deliver to you only the most impactful information and content. Until next time, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and leave a review whenever possible. You may visit lifeofaboss.net for more episodes and great resources to help you become the absolute boss that you were meant to be. You can also follow Jason on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Hardin. Thank you. And never forget that success is a lifestyle.